This is Orlando Wilson, and what I want to talk about in this video is something that's relevant not just to the close protection business, but life in general. And that's people minding their own business. In the close protection business, it's essential because you're there to look after yourself and to look after the client. You're not there to be distracted by other things going on in your general area, environment, etc. Now, I've come across many people over the years that say they want to help people, etc., etc. It's BS. You think from a protection point of view, you see something going wrong, you see a problem, you see somebody that needs help. You help that person. It could be a distraction to draw you away from a client or distract you from an attack on your client. So whatever goes on in your environment, if it's not a threat to you or your client, ignore it. Focus on yourself and your client. Now let me give you an example, one example of an issue of somebody sticking his nose into other people's business that could have led to a major issue. Okay, years ago I had the security for a high-end venue, fashion venue on South Beach in Miami. And one day I'm off doing something else, and the guy I had working there started sending me pictures. Okay, what's the pictures? And he said to me he thought there was people doing a drug deal in the back alleyway, in the back street. Okay, why are you sending me the pictures? Because they're doing a drug deal. So what? If you know South Beach in Miami, it's awash with drugs. The police do very little to enforce drug policies, so the place is awash with drugs. So if the police don't care, why should we care? Such is life. The guys were not interfering with the client, we're not interfering with the venue, so it's not my business. But my guy kept on, etc. So I said to him, okay, why did you take those pictures? He said, oh, they're doing, of course, he said, they're doing a drug deal. I said, well, let's say now they saw you taking the pictures and they come up to you saying, okay, we want the pictures, delete the pictures. And he goes off on the usual wannabe hero BS of, oh, I could handle them, I could do this. Okay, from the client's perspective, for a non-issue, you've just caused a disturbance in the client's business. And I said, what if they took your phone? Oh, I've got a gun on me, I can do this. Okay, this has gone from a non-issue to possibly you being involved in a shooting. For what? For nothing. For somebody else's problem. For a problem nobody cares about. So again, that's an issue where he was a very nosy person that had to be in on everything, but he could have caused a major issue where there was no need for it. That incident, I knew his limitations, but that incident reinforced what I knew about his limitations. How can I put it? He's a solid guy, very good guy, but when you're looking at employing people, look at their backgrounds, how they support themselves, etc. How can I put it? He was Italian-American, good guy, very good guy. The clients liked him. But I think when he went to the bathroom in the morning, his mum was there, handed him the toilet paper, and when he finished, she flushed the toilet for him. He's one of those type of wannabe gangsters. I'm sure a lot of you know that type of person. From another example, I'll give you another example. In the state of Florida, people can legally carry firearms for self-defense, right? I used to do the concealed weapons permit classes. I said to people on my courses, one of the questions I used to throw at them was, okay, you go into a convenience store, there's somebody pointing a gun at the person behind the counter, what are you going to do? And how many said, okay, we would shoot the guy, whatever. Yeah, legally you could if that was a bad guy, but how do you know it's not an undercover cop? How do you know the good guy is not the guy behind... The good guy is not the guy holding the gun, and the bad guy is the guy that was robbing the place? You don't know. Another one, you got a guy beating up a girl on the street. And I said, how many people? What are you going to do? Oh, we get out and help. Help who? Help the girl. Okay, you're going out and you're helping the girl, and you get involved in the fight. You can get stabbed, you can get shot. You got a gun on you. You pull out your gun, you get involved in the shooting for some girl you don't know. Chances are, if that's a domestic situation, the girl will take the side of the guy that was beating her and go against you. So you've gone from your quiet little suburban life now to getting involved in a shooting, possibly killing somebody, possibly getting hurt yourself over somebody that's completely irrelevant to you. Now, I'm sure some of you people are saying, well, that's a hard attitude, etc. My attitude's realistic. And for all you people that's saying, well, you should help people, okay, my response is, why don't you get off your asses and help people? There's how many homeless people out there, there's how many neglected children, abused children, how much BS going on in the world, how many people starving. There's people starving, but you're still eating well, right? So why don't you give your meals away to the people that's starving? Okay. If you think my attitude's hard, I think a lot of people's attitudes these days towards helping people is very hypocritical. They help people when it's good for them. Back on track. Mind your own business. If an incident has got nothing to do with you, mind your own business. From a close protections perspective, we're not cops. What bad guys do is up to them. If it doesn't interfere with me, it's not my business. It's up to the police to deal with criminals. We look after our clients. If the criminals start interfering with our clients, then we have to take actions or procedures, and that includes liaising with the police to deal with the situation. But if you have to go sticking your nose into other people's business and helping them solve their problems, I'll say you need to get a life. If you're living a good life, a full life, you should have enough problems your own to deal with without having to go and stick your nose and take on other people's problems. So mind your own business. I've seen a lot of people create unnecessary issues over the years because they stuck their noses into other people's business. If it's got nothing to do with you, it's got nothing to do with you, unless people are paying you to deal with their problems. And if you want to save the world, I would say get off your ass, get away from the TV, stop eating so much, and go somewhere where you can actually help people instead of just talking about helping people over your $6 or $7 coffees in the morning, right? So I've got a selection of books online to do with various aspects of the security business. We're throwing up a lot more videos these days on various aspects of the security business. So check out our social media, follow us on social media, and if you have any relevant questions, please feel free to reach out and ask me, as long as the questions are relevant.